And if we ask the stars what they mean, what would they say back to us? Welcome! You want to go on a card journey today? Give me some of your time, and I'll give you some of your story. Well, let's see what the cards say. Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to Coin Plays Tarot. My name is Coin. I'm going to be your tarot card reader for today. As a quick reminder, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification button, that little bell down in the corner. That way, when video or content gets uploaded, you can see what the stars have to say to you. Also, just so you know, individual reads have been reopened, so if you are interested, please contact me directly. Link is on main or in bio, and you can message me, email me, and we can set it up. Cool? There we go. So what we're looking at in this round of reads is going to be your career read for the month of January. And it's been very interesting. You know, I think about a week or so ago, we did the, the first and last for the new year of every sign. And now we're looking at, okay, what is our labor, our partnerships, deals we want to make, contracts we want to sign, etc. What does that involve with us, and what can we produce from it? Right. So as a preamble to this read, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but don't always be so willing to reverse. At times, even when it gets difficult, understand that I, as your tarot card reader, would never purposely misguide you. That's not the type of thing that I do around here. That's not the purpose of why I made the channel. It's mainly so that we put all the cards on the table, lay it out on the table, good, bad, or otherwise, rain or sunshine, and we talk about what's going on. So with that, Aquarius, we'll look at your career read for the month of January, and yeah, let's see what the cards say. We're going to start in a past, present, future dynamic, with the past being over here, okay? So what's the cards that we need to see, please, for Aquarius in this read? We're going to start with the past orientation of their career read. What are the cards we need to see, please, for Aquarius in this read today? Oh, there we go, one. Queen of Pentacles. What defines that comfort? I mean, well earned. But it seems like it has a catch attached to it. I'm trying to understand why. What else? What goes along with Queen of Pentacles for Aquarius past? That's a break. What are the cards that we need to see, please? Because again, the Queen of Pentacles, it takes a long time for her to get comfy, but when she is comfy, she is set, right? And it's mainly meant to recognize, there we go. It's meant to recognize the fact of what is had is what is earned. But even more than that, once I earn it, I'm more comfortable to expand in different ways. I'm more comfortable to expand in my outreach, my openness to people, right? So what goes along with that Queen of Pentacles? Because it seems like something's attached to it. Five of Swords, yeah. And along with that Five of Swords, Seven of Swords. And so this is why I was getting that sense of something's going on with that Queen. Five of Swords represents a war within, the notion of self-sabotage, or just, what am I doing here? Is this even right for me? Right? Now that could come from either two main directions, especially in career reads, where it's like, A, imposter syndrome, do I even belong here? Or B, do I feel that this is the right path for me? Right? Now we have that coupled with the Seven of Swords, the need to dissuade or peer through what we consider to be lies, self-deceptive behavior, or things that's just not adding up. We put all that together. Yes, that Queen of Pentacles tells us, hey, we're in a lucrative job. It gives us benefits. It gives us whatever, monetarily, it's fine. Internally, we are not satisfied in the slightest, right? I'm looking at Aquarius who, where they were on paper, it looks grand. Internally, oh boy, you were not liking either what was going on at that place or just not feeling fulfilled enough to stay. So whether or not you stayed, I'm not entirely sure. But I'm telling you right now, Aquarius, from what I'm seeing, you didn't like it internally. It was giving you the ick. Easiest way I could put it. Did you get money and prestige from it? Absolutely. Did you gain other things from a positivistic manner? Not really. So the question isn't if it was happening, the question is why. Let's look over towards the present. Show us cards that we need to see, please, for Aquarius in the present orientation. What of the here and now? What are the cards we need to see, please, for Aquarius in this read? What of the here and now? Another break. Why are we breaking so much? Now, again, it could be bad shuffling, but the fact that I clocked it immediately, it pretty much, I refuse to believe that it's just bad. It's that there's something that's not being said right now. And fair enough. We're not here to judge, but we are here to listen. Okay. I'll leave it right there in the present. Two of Swords, the notion of confusion. Why? Okay. Okay. Ten of Cups. Harmony and synchronicity with what we feel is right for us or what should be aligning for us in this world. And the Ace of Pentacles, a new opportunity that presents itself. So, if we're feeling, let's do some math here, right, Aquarius? If we're feeling this bad about what's going on in the past, of being like, yeah, this isn't, my pockets are just fine. Financially, I'm cool. Internally, less and less every single day, I feel that I should be giving to this or that this isn't what's right for me internally. Moving towards your present, a new opportunity has presented itself that's actually making you question, well, what if, right? What if there's something bigger and better out there? And it has you confused because I think, it doesn't have the same amount of monetary reward. I will be the first person to probably say that. It does represent a new opportunity and fulfillment in literally every other way that you're missing from here, just not as much monetarily. Fair enough. But more than that, you're actually led to question, well, what do I really stand for, right? What's going on within me right now? I want for better, I want for different, and now an opportunity presents itself that's literally what I asked for. It just doesn't pay as much or doesn't give the amount of stability and comfort that originally was supplied to me over here. In other words, I had what I didn't want. I want what I don't have. And now we're in this jumble area with that Two of Swords of saying, okay, technically this is what I asked for, but it doesn't. Give me a second. Tarot card readers are people too. Gotta shut this off. It's cold in here. That was the heat. Where was I? Technically it gave us what we were asking for, but it still led to the same conclusion of, while I would like everything in one, I've been asking for this change for the longest. So what's going on within me? Because a new opportunity presented itself that could give me all the other things. Just probably not as much of a paycheck. We'll see. In the future orientation, show us the cards that we need to see, please, for Aquarius in this read. What's held in the future orientation for Aquarius in their career read today. Ooh, nice. However, didn't hit the table, so I can't take. If you've seen my videos enough, you know my own personal policy and practice around what I would just take as a break or a card flying out. They literally fly out. That's what happened with the first card. Show us the cards that we need to see, please, for Aquarius in this read. In the future orientation of their career. There we go, finally. Okay. The notion of fulfillment is now defined, the Ace of Cups. So my cup runneth over. I feel internally I have enough to give to where this won't be a question anymore. Why? Nine of Cups. We are showing the best of ourselves. How so? Queen of Wands. We are willing to embrace the environment around us that will be lucrative to fulfilling our internal, not just our external material realm. So, even so far, Aquarius, I'm looking at somebody who, were they making a good bang for their buck at the former, occupation, contract, agreement, whatever it was? Yes, that's absolutely true. However, I get the sense that you hated it. And you put yourself through it because, again, it did have its monetary reward and every other aspect, it was completely lacking. Then we come to the present orientation where, something different presents itself. That's literally all that you want. It's just not as much, money, lettuce, whatever you want to call it. It's not as much of a financial win. So in your future, we're deciding, okay, how can I give and show the best of me and embrace all opportunity? right? Where I am not simply financially stable, but also to recognize and validate the fact that I have more needs than just money, right? So it's not just the fact of an occupation or a potential opportunity. It's the notion that, hey, there are more things in life than just money. And I need to realize that within myself because I'm not in the mood to put myself through that again just to get a paycheck. Right. You're finding more fulfillment, and it's almost like confusing in a way in the present because it is so fulfilling to just let that go and let that be. Now, when we move forward, what does that mean to us? Underneath it all, Queen of Swords. Sometimes facts are facts, and once we know it, we cannot unknow. Very blunt. In your past, Aquarius, you weren't happy. In the present, we're having an opportunity to get literally everything else but that really pinnacle amount of money we were originally getting. In the future, we won't basically ignore our needs. Very cut and dry. I like it. So now let's look at the cards of connection. What's happening in the in-between space for this read for Aquarius? Show the cards that we need to see, please, in this read. What is held in this time-based orientation? Dang. Right. Okay. Interestingly enough, I'm going to take this in the upside down because that's how I pulled it. But we'll get to those in a second. And can we get one more? Because it just repeats everything that I said. You'll see in a second. Show us the cards that we need to see, please, for Aquarius on this reading. Between the what was and the what is. So, let's do this. What is normally the Seven of Swords, just like you originally pulled, is now turned upside down. And what was originally behavior that could not be peered through, we needed more calculation, we needed to understand it more. Now truth comes to light. Everything comes out in the wash. You came to the conclusion, I am vastly unhappy here. I dread being here. I do not like being here. This is not fulfilling to me. I don't feel morally right being here. This is not, it's not my steez. I don't want to stay here. However, Death, the card of Scorpio, normally drawing the upright to represent transformation. It doesn't simply mean, acts of violence that lead to harm, although horror media has done a great job of convincing people that's all that it could be. Death represents a definitive end to a cycle or a pattern. Here in the reverse, necromancy. We are actively choosing to keep a cycle open. Even though we know it's not fulfilling us, it's not to our benefit, that is just where it is. That's in your in-between space between your past and your present, right? And then we have the King of Wands. Okay, if I'm saying I know what's dissatisfying me, I know what's not making me feel good, and I'm still staying, right? We're only tying it back to that reason. Then eventually that new reason is going to come along and say, hey, I've been trying to hit you in the face for the longest, so here it is. And that's probably how we got to that Ace of Pentacles with that new opportunity, Aquarius, of saying, no, we got to change. This is not good for us. It doesn't make us feel right to be here. What does that tangibly look like now that we have and validate that we have other needs that must be met while we do the work that we do? Next, between the present and the future, show us the cards that we need to see, please, for Aquarius in this read. When it's held between the what is, and the what if. Show us the cards that we need to see, please. Just flying out for you today. The Wheel of Fortune, it spins in your favor. Why? Any other cards we want to show the Aquarian Collective? What other cards that we'd like to see in this read for Aquarius? So eventually things can and do change with time. The thing is, the Wheel of Fortune changes when we're ready to. It's one of the slowest moving things because it accounts both the actuality of your existence incorporated with time, space and time put together. Two of Wands, applying intentionality to what we actually do. And Seven of Wands, okay, now we realize we're guarded in the sense that this didn't provide exactly, any other thing but monetary. Now, in your present, we're presenting with the opportunity that, okay, this is what we asked for, right? This is what we wanted. This is what we aimed for. It's not the best fulfilling thing, but There are other things right now that you're ready to pursue and see. And so you're trying to let your guard down in terms of your own self-evaluation, right? Do you have other needs? Absolutely. Do you have monetary needs? Absolutely. All these things are put together in like a tangible soup. However, when we're talking about moving forward, Aquarius, we're also saying that, okay, why am I so guarded and so unable to let go when I've been begging for something different for the longest time, right? You'll get there, but it's about chipping away at that piece by piece right now, because again, the nicest way to put it is that you're unhappy. The most brutal way to put it is that you feel like you're walking in a daze, right? That it's become so monotonous. Like, what am I doing here? And so in the future, when we're able to embrace the other parts of us that have needs, we actually get to have a more fuller scope of how we want to formulate that. So yes, even if it doesn't provide the amount of monetary reward that this area over here did, there's so many other things that you're winning from. And that's what must be considered underneath it all. Four of Cups, I know it. Dissatisfaction and apathy, and that is built over time. In this representation of the Four of Cups, we have a couple who's sitting in dishevelment. There's literally cups of milk knocked over, and cookies and crumbs all over the table. They clearly aren't even caring about cleaning it up, right? There's such a level of distaste with what's going on that it leaves them in a stupor. So, okay, yeah. Sometimes I am good at my job, I'm just saying. Next, define the major arcana strewn across the table for Aquarius in this reading. Nice. Can't take it because it didn't hit the table, but it makes sense. Shows the cards that we need to see. Please define the major arcana. Here I see 2. We will start with Death in reverse, the card of Scorpio. What of keeping things alive past the due date? Show the cards that we need to see, please, in this reading, Aquarius. And to Death. 10 of Pentacles. Okay, yeah. So why do we stay? Because we invested so much into getting here, only to realize when we hit our pinnacle, when we hit our peak, we hit our plateau, one of those 3, we hated it. We hated every single second of it. But the reason why we stay is because we're kind of afraid to leave. And I can understand that, right? It's not just, it's easy to say, well, cool, I could get a different job, but what then, right? It's not simply the insecurity here that's going on. It's the fact that you put so much of yourself, poured so much of yourself into your current station, and then to realize you don't want it, it's almost like an internal slap to the face, right? Isn't this what we work for? We do more than just our labor. We are more than just our labor. And I think your internal spirit, Aquarius, is trying to remind you of that. Next to the Wheel of Fortune, Devil, card of Capricorn. And so I think it's good because this is being recorded during Capricorn season, to the reason for the season. Having that next to the Wheel of Fortune, everything that we suppressed for the longest, everything that we said we could live without. I could ignore my needs. I can ignore, the fact that I work so much overtime. I can ignore my basic level things that would make me feel fulfilled as a person. No, it's time to change that, right? We can't ignore that anymore. And so the Devil to that Wheel of Fortune saying, it's brutal, but the purpose of the Devil in the tarot card deck is that it's honest about the things we don't like about ourselves. And here, Aquarius, I'm getting the sense of somebody who has put off their own basic needs in many ways, emotional, mental, physical sometimes, just to fulfill contracts and get the job done and make money, right? You're almost having like a spiritual knockout fight with yourself. So in the crossing pattern, 9 of Pentacles, what is the value of investment put into action? 9 of Wands, we only get out what we put in. And so our investments are not simply monetary, they're also every other aspect. And that's why I'm saying we have the paycheck and then we have a lot more. Just want you to remind yourself of that. In resolution, reveal cards of resolution for Aquarius in this read. What is held in the space of resolution for Aquarius in this read today? Six of Pentacles. So what we put in every single day, little by little, it will get there. Nine of Cups will give us our own wish fulfillment. Once we start caring about the other things that we have ignored for so long, it will all come to fruition. Underneath it all, Six of Cups. And here, because I'm not really getting another person, this isn't about soul bond energy, which is the pure raw definition of it. It has to do with nostalgia, right? Who was I before I sacrificed all of me for the sake of this job and this paycheck, right? We're getting back to who we were. Life beyond the pay will fulfill us more. So what am I seeing in this read, Aquarius? Somebody has grown unhappy, not because they haven't fulfilled their goals of the career, but they have, and they realize they don't want it. It's not giving you any more pleasure to do this. And so part of you is screaming, we got to find something new, something different, something that doesn't overwork me, something that still fulfills me, and I feel like I'm wanted here. I feel like my work is valued. Then boom, in the present, this opportunity is actually presenting itself to you. The confusion comes in when we're not able to make that decision. And so in a way, yes, we got what we asked for. Are we open enough to actually pursue it? That's a bigger question that you're struggling with right now. All in all, I think this opportunity and all these other things that are being fulfilled through this opportunity is making you remember everything that you had to leave behind just in order to get that paycheck. Is it fun? No. But is it honest? Yes. And in that way, I want to see you happy. But we have to break out of our comfort zone and ask, okay, is this totally unsustainable? So let's put the technicalities out front, right? Is this totally unsustainable because it pays way too little and I wouldn't be able to live a life? Or would I have to scale back some of the things I'm doing right now to accommodate this, given that it's everything else that I want and need, right? It's not really a situation where we can have both, but trust me, it's more than beyond one or two right now. It's one and everything else. The pay will be there. Where's your happiness? So that's why I see in your read today, Aquarius. Hope this conversation helped. And yeah, you're finding you again. What that means, that's left up for you to determine. I'll see you around, okay? Take care.